Hey, welcome to Prequel. My name is Gar, and for this video I want to talk about a new feature we just launched called the fabric pull. So you can now take solids and printed fabrics to combine them into a collection to create your own custom fabric pull. And so once you have that created, you can go into your design modes or any of the coloring pages to take that fabric pull and then connect that with the color randomization. So that way when you hit the color randomization button, it's only going to randomly pull from your fabric pull. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll give you a quick tour of the feature and I'll be right back. So before we create our first fabric pull, we need to start importing some fabric to our dashboard first. So as you can see, we don't have any fabric here, so we can either upload them directly from our computer or our phone by clicking this button, and that'll bring up a dialog box, and depending if you're on your computer or your phone, it'll look a little bit different. But this is the button you'd click to do that. We're gonna just import some fabric from some of the stores that we have. We're gonna click on to the Troll Brothers fabric store, and we're gonna browse through the art gallery. And I'm gonna just start adding these by clicking onto these buttons here, and that adds them directly to our account. Okay. All right, so that's good for now. I'm just gonna close this off, and as you can see, we now have we have 17 fabrics in our dashboard. So now we can go to the fabric pull and create our first fabric pull by clicking this button. I'm going to just give it a name. I'll just call this art gallery, and I'm going to hit the fabrics and just kind of add, I think I'm just going to add all of them to this fabric pull, and I'm also going to add some solids. So you can mix and match. I'm at the AGF right here, but you can also mix and match any other solids to this as well. You can also drag the order if there's a certain particular sequence that you want them to appear in. I'm okay with this, and now I'm going to click done. And we have our first fabric pull created. So I'm going to jump over to a quilt that I've already created. So this is a fairly simple quilt with 2 blocks and 3 colors over here. So when I hit the color randomization, it's randomly pulling from the default Kona palette over here. And so since we just created our fabric pull, I'm going to connect that to the randomization. So I clicked on the randomize, and I'm going to click on some more options and randomize using your fabric pull. So it's currently using Kona. I'm going to select this fabric pull that we just created, and that's it. So I'm going to click the randomization button now. So now all the results are coming from the fabric pull that I just created. This is kind of interesting. I like this background. So I'm going to lock it and continue just clicking on here. It's not making much of a difference with sometimes the beige, because they're kind of very similar. So I'm going to keep this. I like this, but maybe I might want to change this to like a lighter color, like a white. Okay. So I like the way this color scheme works, but I'm also curious to see how maybe other color combinations would look as well. So I want to continue clicking this. So I'm going to save this existing colorway, okay? And I'm going to clone this so that way I can continue randomizing. So just playing around. Okay, so now I can click this, and I like the background, and maybe I'll just play around with a solid this time. A yellow, bright yellow, like canary. And this one's very different from the original one that I created, so I just want to compare. So I'm just going to go back to the original colorway, and I feel like the yellow is a little too bright, so I'm just going to pick something that's a little bit more muted there, okay, like that. So now if I compare both of them, okay, so I can continue to create and clone colorways if I want to further experiment. So I'm happy with these two, and now I'm just going to save this, and I want to download the image. Okay, so this is my design right here, and this is a list of all the fabric that I'm using. So I can even click onto the buy button, which will take me directly to the fabric store. Okay. So I'm gonna save this and go back to my dashboard. So we spoke about how to create fabric polls and then how to use them with the color randomization. What's also interesting about the fabric poll is that you could, at any point in any of your designs, extract the colors that are used in the design to create a fabric poll. And I stumbled upon a really good color combination, and I want to use this these color combinations in future projects. So what I could do is I could extract all of these colors, okay, by clicking this button here, and it lists them all up here, and it gives me the option to either take these colors to merge them with an existing fabric poll or create a new fabric poll. Since I feel like these colors don't fit well with this existing fabric poll, I'm just going to create a new one right here. And I like all of them, so rather than clicking one at a time, I'm just going to do that and then click done. And so that's it. So I have my fabric poll here, and now it's saved to my dashboard. So if I go back to the dashboard and then click on to the fabric poll, you can see now I have the fabric poll saved, and so at any point or any of the other designs, I could use this fabric poll to apply to future designs. The fabric poll also works with coloring pages, so you can also extract the colors from a coloring page or import them to coloring pages as well. So I hope this gives you a better understanding of what Prequilt can do for your quilt in terms of color explorations. If you have any questions or features that you'd like us to develop, let us know in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.